Welcome to the Turtle Club.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Sick Podcast featuring multiple sick people.
I'm not. I'm healthy.
I'm fine.
It's the important people. It's the two important people are sick. So sorry, everyone, if the energy seems a little down. You got to just mostly listen to Dave and Alan this time. So
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a good, positive, fun time.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a Dallin podcast.
A Dallin. Holy shit. Do you think people ship us?
Oh, yeah. I ship all of us.
I bet I get shipped with Dave because of the anger.
You think it's like a love-hate thing?
Yeah, like I feel like that's what shippers usually do, right? Don't they usually...
Enemies to lovers. That's you
what
guys.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you not know about
Shipping?
this?
No.
It's when you take, like, fandoms will, like, pretend, like, two characters are, like, romantically involved and, like, say they ship them together, they, like, relationship them together. So, like, the biggest one back in the day was, do you know the show Supernatural?
Not much of it.
Okay, well, it's about two brothers fighting evil, and people would ship the two brothers together, and it was called Wincest, because their last name was Winchester. So Wincest was the first big shipping I know of.
Well, the first big one ever was Spock and oh god, I'm
Kirk.
sick. Kirk, thank you.
That's true.
That was the big shipping. That's like sort of the
Give him the
origins
shocker
of it.
with the little peace symbol.
Yeah, you just like throw it right up to the butt. It was beautiful. But yeah, so if I were to ship any of us, I would definitely ship Michael and Dave. Enemies to lovers is a big trope. And it makes sense. Like you guys are compatible, except the problem is that you guys are both bottoms.
100%.
You know,
I am
that's
not a
huge.
bottom.
That's true.
Please stop. I'm not a bottom.
Oh, bottom speed.
You don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You know
Eli
what,
and I
what
make a good.
You know what
good
screams top saying, "I'm a top, I swear."
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I didn't fucking say that.
Put me on the top,
All right.
Daddy. I can do it.
I could do it. Come on.
Anyway, we watched.
Ass. I wipe my own ass.
All right, we watched Mystery Team this month,
And Big Daddy.
and separately.
I should watch Big Daddy.
We should have done that. Shit, is it too late to change?
Yeah, let's change it right now.
Let's reconvene after we all watch Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Cool, break.
Okay, so Mystery Team is a 2009 comedy by the then famous trio Derek Comedy, which stars, I'm going to butcher these names, DC Pearson, Dominic, I think it's Derek's, which would annoy me if I was the other people, and now the ultra famous Donald Glover. Before he was anything famous at all. Like, this is before Community, even.
This is how I knew him at first.
Yeah, I knew Community first, but then...
We saw him in the beginning.
The movie was about three boys who ran a mystery stand as children and have continued it as high school seniors. And for them, it has stayed goofy fun until they get wrapped up in a real crime that might be too much for them to handle. It was self-produced by Derek Comedy for $1 million, and it made a whopping $88,000.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Really making that money.
Really good investment there. Derek Comedy was good. They had good YouTube videos way back in the day. I didn't know it was Donald Glover, though. So I guess that was my first introduction to them. But I just didn't know it was Donald Glover.
So if we're going to talk about the history, our history...
Yeah, might as well.
I saw this movie for the first time on Comedy Central at like 3 a.m.
And Eli recommended this movie to me when we met when I was 15, by the way.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, this movie is fucking hilarious. I think I was sick, actually. I think I was sick, staying up late watching TV. So it's kind of appropriate that I'm sick right now. And it came on, and it was like the funniest, stupidest shit. And it was so funny because I was watching the edited for TV version.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually watch like the full adult version until like a few years ago when I lived in New York. I was showing my roommate Jimmy, who's been on the show before, and he didn't find it as funny as I did.
The one video I always remember from them, which is maybe not aged the best, is Bro Rape. About bros raping each other in college, which also has Bobby Moynihan in it. It's a good one. Genuinely, I would recommend watching some old dairy comedy stuff. It's funny seeing like more famous people like doing this kind of stuff.
Content warning, because it probably that is a good example. It probably hasn't aged the best, but it is funny.
No, it definitely is not aged the best.
A lot of the stuff in this movie did not age great.
No,
but I still laughed.
Oh, a lot. Yeah, I think their last video was like 15 years ago or something. So like this is like old stuff. Was Mystery Team the last thing they did? I should know this. Probably, right?
I don't know. This is your month. You should have taken care of this.
It was one of the last things they did, yeah. On their YouTube video, hold on. Let me give more context. They did a series called Mystery Team for a little bit, I think. Or like a small, a skit or something, and then they decided to make it into a movie.
Dave do this research?
And that was, and I'm sick. Leave me alone. I have this in my notes. I just went out of order. And
my notes.
Oh my God. Find your zen. And it was one of the last things they did. But, they didn't really do anything together after that. And I actually have no idea what these other two fellers are really up to. They haven't done much. Obviously, Donald Glover's done like everything, but these guys have not really done much since this movie. But it's has anyone seen it before besides Eli and I?
I have, yeah. I saw this when it came out. Can I pause real quick? I'm sorry. I have to go. I got to do something.
Yeah.
So sorry.
All right, let's continue. Dave, what were you saying? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. No. Please, Alan, go.
Well, I think I was in the middle. I think I had just answered your question of if anyone else has seen it.
Oh, yeah. You said you saw it 50,000 years ago as a child.
Yeah, I was into Derek comedy as the.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So when they announced this movie, I was really excited.
That's so funny. I love that.
I was really into watching like every single movie trailer back then.
Yeah.
I would literally go to apple.com/trailers.
Let's go.
Watch every single movie trailer.
Yeah.
Back on the big square screen.
Yeah, well, when I was 18, when I graduated high school, my dad got me an iMac, so I had a big ass HD screen to watch all this stuff on.
Oh shit!
But I was wicked into Derek comedy, and so when he announced Mystery Team,
I was wicked into it.
I know. I'm sorry. It's weird talking to people outside of New England because you don't think about how often you say wicked.
You see that Celtics game? Tatum was wicked smart.
I guess I deserve this for all the Sicilian comments, but no. But I've been saying for years, anytime we're talking about going out and like having like a crazy night, I'll be like, "Do we need 8 balls of cocaine?"
Yeah, we can do 8 balls. That's such a fucking funny line.
It was funny going back. So I haven't seen this probably since I was like 19 or 20.
Yeah,
which is when this came out. And it was crazy seeing it back now and seeing all the comedians I recognize.
Dude.
And then I never watched Community. So I had no idea that
I had neither.
Donald Glover had gotten huge.
Yeah.
And so when he started putting out albums, I was like, the guy from Mystery Team?
And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's exactly what happened. People were like, what do you mean? I was like, he was in Derek Comedy? And they're like, no, he's on Community. I'm like, what?
He also wrote for 30 Rock. That was his first professional job.
He wrote for 30 Rock. He had that stand-up special. He was doing a lot back then.
Well,
it is funny how many people like are about to become like bigger comedians.
How big was Bobby Moynihan?
He was on SNL at that point. He might be one of the biggest names in this.
Yeah, but Aubrey Plaza was a nobody, right?
Yeah, this is right before she was on like Parks and Rec. Ben Schwartz is in this.
I think everyone gives a pretty good performance
as a douchebag, which is so weird.
It's so funny, but I will say I think it's very obvious that Donald Glover is the most talented in this movie.
Oh yeah,
right. Like he's like the only one that consistently makes me laugh. I feel like.
Yeah, The boy genius.
And the boy genius.
Fast.
I know the boy genius. Every once in a while, he'll have a one-liner that I'm fucking cackling.
Okay,
the strongest kid in town. He's the weakest of the three, but he's still got some funny bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I know.
We should talk about the plot of the movie.
Trope. The guy that's they're not saying that he's mentally challenged, but he just is.
We should talk about the
just sort of, yeah.
So the plot of the movie, like I said earlier, it's these three older kids who still think that they're like a mystery team, like Nancy Drew or Encyclopedia Brown or whatever. But they all have their gimmick.
Yeah.
So Duncan, who is the boy genius, is really smart because he got a trivia fact book when he was in second grade and just memorized all of it. Charlie is the strongest kid in town, right?
Yeah.
And Jason is the master of disguise, who is Donald Glover. Yeah, and well, there we go. And he can put on a disguise that never works to try and help their sleuthing.
Hey, it
put on a
works
disguise,
kind of at the
but
beginning.
never become another person.
Oh, when to get inside of the house? Yeah,
Yeah, to
you're
get
right.
inside the house to yell at the old man. What's his name? Old man, what's his face?
Old man Jenkins or something? Old man.
It's so funny that they're still like, it's old man Jenkins. Like,
yeah.
the only one who could have done this murder.
And like his son is like, guys, he's like demented. Please leave him alone. Like it's not.
They won't.
But they get wrapped up in a real case because Aubrey Plaza and her sister's parents get killed, and they try and solve the mystery, and obviously get wrapped up into like criminal underbelly shit. But it is very funny. Alan said that some jokes don't age the best, but I would say most of this movie has aged pretty well.
I have to rewatch this movie. I'm reading about it now.
Actually.
And I didn't realize it was all shot in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh, have you been there?
Yeah, it's like half an hour from me.
Oh, wow.
I go to Manchester frequently. It's a pit.
I think
It's a pit.
Is that Manchester by the Sea?
No, that's actually a different place.
Okay.
it's fucked up.
That's like a hoity-toity oceanside town in Massachusetts.
Okay. Whether you try and kill yourself with a cop's gun.
That's the only scene I know from that.
I've seen that movie, but I don't remember much about it. I just remember being incredibly depressed the whole time. It's the saddest movie of all time. It is not pleasant.
Like, comically sad.
Yeah, it's like The Wrestler, but even sadder. It's like
I watching Manchester by the Sea. Every new plot development, I actually would kind of like laugh out loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, like really?
Yeah, right.
Like we're gonna go this far, and it's so depressing. I liked it though. It's a
good movie. Yeah. And the movie is played very like straight from everyone who isn't the three main mystery team members, which I really like, and Bobby Moynihan. Bobby Moynihan plays it pretty comedic as well. But like everyone reacts to them very like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Is he the guy in like the convenience store?
Yeah. So Bobby Moynihan's character is like this loser who works at a convenience store who for some reason loves the mystery team.
And he gives
like the last thing holding.
And he gives him free ice cream. Yeah. And he's hilarious every time he shows up.
When he's just holding the firecracker right in front of his face.
Yeah.
He's just lighting
such
it and it goes out.
Low-key depressing character.
Oh, super depressing. Depressing.
Yeah.
But
it's used well, though. It's used to like show Jason later on, like where he's headed.
Yeah. But like not to spoil. Oh, hey. You know what? They put some thought into this script. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. I think there is like some actual thought. Like the mystery elements of this are pretty well done as well.
Yes, I agree.
Like, the muff diver thing is funny. Like,
yes,
that's like a fun lead when they're at the bowling alley. Like,
yeah.
There's some real mystery.
Well, and I like at the ending, like throughout the whole movie, pretty much none of their attempts at being smart, disguisable, and strong ever work out. But at the end of the movie, they all like successfully use their talents to some way to like save the day. And I thought, while that was obvious and simple, I kind of like that. And it was very well done, I think. I think this is a very good movie, and people who don't like it are boring. There, I said it.
That's not exactly a hot take. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's very fun.
The N-word joke at the end made me laugh too. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, I shouldn't have, but that was funny.
The hardest I laughed in this movie is when he's at the office costume party.
Oh my god!
It's like, oh man,
oh my god,
Ryan, he's the funniest.
He's the funniest.
And Ryan goes,
yeah. and then him and that guy have a super serious conversation because he's like depressed and his wife is cheating on him. And like,
this is why your wife keeps cheating on you, man. It's comments like this.
Well, how he gets to the party is so funny. He's like, I have to come up with the best disguise I've ever come up with.
Yeah.
And he chooses to be a Mexican plumber.
Yeah. But it worked. Actually, it does work out for him because it's a costume party. Yeah, so it worked out.
They just fumble their way through all of their own little interactions all the way up until the end where it actually matters. And then you're like, oh shit, this was actually kind of talented the whole time.
And he does he does like a nonsensical accent. He's like, "Hello, I am the Mexican."
Hey, whoa. Okay, hold on. We gotta cut that, Eli. Come
Nonsense.
on.
And,
so I need to ask Dave a question.
Yes.
Eli and I have gotten on Dave because Dave's a little lazy. I don't know if you've heard us complain about it on the show.
That's a common complaint I hear from you.
And so we were getting on Dave to make sure he watched the movies in time, and we even pushed him back a week, and he still hadn't watched them. So we were just getting on him, and he took a flight to Ohio recently to visit us, and he said that on the in-flight entertainment of his plane that this movie was on there, to which I immediately said, no, it wasn't, Dave. And he said, yes, it was. I watched it on the plane. And I said, Dave, this movie made no money. No one knows what this movie is. You did not watch this on the in-flight entertainment. He went, well, I did, so... And then we dropped it. Dave, did you watch this movie on the in-flight entertainment?
Now, okay. I'm immediately going to say no. You're right. I did not.
Okay. Why did you say that? Is there no fucking answer? What the fuck?
Is Dave here?
Did Dave die?
Okay. Thank God. Thank fucking God. This is the problem. I'm just going to use this time to rant about Dave. This is the problem with Dave and everyone who emails in about him being like the favorite and everything. He's a fucking loser, okay? He lies to his friends. He doesn't care about us. He's a sack of shit deep down. Hey, Dave.
Hello. Yeah, no, I heard all of that.
Oh, God.
So, you're right. Flat off the top.
Why did you say that? Why did you even say that?
My only defense is that I got too high before my interaction, fumbled the intro, and decided to keep rolling with it because I wanted to be I'm an idiot. I have
you got
zero
too high
defense.
Before we spoke and it made you anxious? I talk to you every day while you're high.
I literally cut back severely, and then I went out there and partied, and
I've known you for 10 years. Also, I was way too high. Oh my God.
That one.
Can we tell the story about this? Can we tell? Does anyone care? Okay, so we went to Raw in Cleveland. Yeah, we're at WWE Raw. I had minimal interest in going, but I was invited and Dave was in town, so I said sure. And on the way,
fun. You guys all went?
Yeah, Dave,
it was nice.
Eli, our friend Christian, who's been on the show, and Eli's dad went.
I don't care about the other guys, just the three of you.
Yeah. And I had taken an edible before, a 10 milligram edible before, and then on the ride up, I drank one of those edible drinks, and I think it was either 20 milligrams or 30 milligrams, which is by far the most weed I've ever ingested in my life. And we get to the arena. Either way, it was more than I've ever had. We get to the arena, and I am like so fucking zooted, and this old fucking lady is sitting in front of us, keeps fucking talking to us, and is like the happiest, nicest lady of all time. Seriously, cannot say a mean thing about her.
Sweet.
But I was so high, and I felt like she was staring into my soul. Like, she was just, like, glaring at me. And then I have Eli's dad in my right ear going, tell her to take her top off. And then I have Eli in my left ear telling me to grab a baby that's 2 seats down from me. And
somebody brought their baby.
So a wrestling show. It was actually pretty mean. I feel bad for that.
Hey, you should have grabbed it.
Yeah, you should have grabbed that baby.
But I was so fucking high that I was. It was like
grabbing, more like liberating.
Like, you know that kind of high where it's not even like fun anymore, and you're just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm just paranoid and like, yeah. And so I'm like paranoid as shit. And so they keep talking, and then the lady in front of us goes, all that reefer smell out front, so bad. And Dave starts fucking talking to her about how he's currently high, and I was so uncomfortable. And I literally got up, bought a hot dog and a Coke for like $20. It was the hot dog itself was $8, and I stood. It was very good, actually. And I stood at a table by myself playing Balatro on my phone for, I genuinely don't know how long. It could have been 30 minutes. It could have been 10 minutes. I really have no idea how long I was
gone for like half an hour.
And I came back and I had calmed down, and it was a fun rest of the night. But it was genuinely the worst experience of my life for like 20 minutes. It was terrible.
My favorite part of that is when the lady turns around and goes, "Oh, all that reefer, huh? You smell that?" And then there's a pause, and she goes, "Outside in the parking lot?"
Yeah.
And Michael, I could feel his panic for a moment.
That she was like on to me. But like, what's weird about it is like, if she knew I was high, who cares? You know what I mean? But for some reason, when you're so high like that, you get so fucking paranoid that you're like committing a crime.
Yeah.
Like you're doing something like so awful, and people are gonna find out.
And also, Dave had taken a hit of some strange lady's J.
Oh yeah, he did.
That was great.
Walking up to the thing. Yeah.
We were walking up to the thing, and a woman was walking down the street. She was on her phone taking like a selfie video call or whatever. And she was smoking a blunt. We got into the thing, walked off, and then Eli's dad leaned into me and he was like, "Hey, did you see what that lady had? She had a big old joint." And I was just like, "Oh, really?" And I took a couple of steps back and I was just like, "Hey, what's going on? You mind if I hit that?" Hell yeah.
Dude, that's insane. I would never do that in my life. Alan, would you do that?
Not anymore, but I used to, sure.
Yeah, but you and Dave are the same age, so
I'm 35 doing this.
I have a wife and son.
I don't know. It depends on the context.
It's just me.
Is that the first time? Is that the first time you've said you've had a kid on the podcast?
No, didn't we talk about him last time?
We've had a conversation about it, maybe. Yeah, you said Nacho Libre you wanted to show your child.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Mine just doesn't listen because he's, what do you call it? Como se dice an asshole?
That is so real.
Como se dice.
So fucking real.
Go back
that
to
was
talking
disgusting.
about your movie, asshole.
But literally, oh yeah, we should go back to it. All right, never mind.
Fuck, jerk off.
Okay.
But,
Mr. Team's great.
When the strongest kid in town is at school and he's lonely and he's trying to hang out with the jocks and they're like, "It's weird. You're not on
Dude,
the
just
team."
go away. And he tries to pick. Wait. There's this girl who is going up a wheelchair ramp, and she's like, "Hey, could you just give me a boost so I can get going up the ramp?" And he goes, "I'll do you one better." Then it cuts to him.
Funny.
Then it cuts to him picking her up and trying to get up the stairs but can't. And then one of the jocks has to come over and help.
But he's picking her up like sideways and like lopsidedly trying to go up the steps with her in the wheelchair.
Like trying to.
She's just like, just stop, stop.
Like, what a bizarre! He's like, "I'll do you one better." It's like, no, that is not one better.
This is
worse. Worse. Yeah.
This is far worse.
And like, it's the dumbest shit. And then like, it's so funny. I love that they're all like, when they're not together, they're all just fucking losers.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
The smartest kid around. He's on the school newspaper, and they're like, "Bro, who?" No, he's on the yearbook, right?
Yeah, the yearbook.
Like, who gave you permission to add a the corner?
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, I just thought people would want to go up against the boy genius," and they're like, "You're not the fucking boy genius, dumbass!" Like,
just have a book of facts, like.
The best part is, I forget what the fact is, but he says a fact later on that's like super old school, and he's like, wait, what year was that book written? What was the fact? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's something about like East Berlin or something.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's talking about East Berlin. So it's from like the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid. It's a very funny movie, but on top of that, the thing I really want to like emphasize is that it also is a pretty decent like mystery like story.
It definitely is. It definitely is, yeah.
Yeah, in weird ways.
I love mysteries. I love detective shit. I love like
no way
solving shit like that is so fun to me. And this is genuinely better than like some movies that people love. It's better than what's it called? Snowman, or what's that one with Michael Fassbender?
The Snowman, that's a bad movie though.
It's terrible, yeah. But like that's a book that was a bestseller.
But the movie is bad.
It is terrible. His name's Harry Hole in that, in case you guys didn't know.
Harry Hole?
Detective Harry Hole is Michael Fassbender's name.
I love
They made a movie out of that. I only know that book.
And they only shot like 3/4 of it, so they had to edit it together without the full movie, and it's terrible.
Yeah, it's very odd.
It's not even fun to watch.
They like had to stop shooting like mostly through it, and they just like had to try to edit it together, and it's really bad. But in Mystery Team, the reveal of the like true villain, I thought was done really like in a clever way, like the chill pill thing.
Do you want to explain it? Do you want to give context?
So like earlier they visit a drug dealer who did the murder. And that's a very funny scene where they pretend to dress like high schoolers.
But they just dress like preppy high schoolers, like from the video game Bully. They look like kids from the game Bully.
Yeah,
they all have
like,
Letterman jackets and shit.
Yeah.
And they're pretending to buy cocaine.
Yeah, and one cocaine, please.
It's so good. But
do we need to sign anything for this?
Yeah. They hear the drug dealer say, like, no, you take a fucking chill pill.
Yeah.
And then later on, the guy who the girls, like the daughters whose parents got murdered, is staying with, he uses the chill pill like thing, and then that's what like causes Donald Glover's character to like start connecting some dots and realize like, oh wait, this is the guy who like did this. And apparently he wasn't trying to get them murdered. He just wanted some documents from their house, and then the drug dealer went too far and killed them. And then he's just trying to cover it up. And like I think it's interesting. I thought it was it has to do with like unions and like the lumber mill.
Yes, it's very well done, honestly. It's well written, which, like, almost says to me that this was mostly Donald Glover, too, because the three wrote it, plus the director, Dan Eckman, who I think also did stuff with them for Derek Comedy, like, behind-the-scenes stuff. And they all wrote it, and, like, the only one who's gone on to do anything still is Donald Glover. So, like, it's just funny how, like, even early in, how, like, he was still able to, like, make stuff like this.
And, like, just, like, the jokes and general sense of humor is very him.
Oh, my God. The end of the movie, I mentioned this earlier, but the N-word joke at the end of the movie, they, like, pass the mystery team stand on to some, like, jerk kid, and he, like, there's, like, a thing where, Kimmy Schmidt's in this. Fucking, what's her name? Ellie Kemper. She, like, rolls up on a tricycle. She's, like, very clearly mentally handicapped, like, very severely, but they never say it. And
well, they mention in one part of the movie, it was just, like, because they're getting upset that they keep getting hints about mysteries from her. Yeah. And then Donald Glover's character is just like, well, excuse me for thinking the mentally handicapped
that's true.
To society.
Yeah. Anyway, the white kid says the N-word at the end of the movie. It's like maybe the last line in the movie. Is it?
They use that kid for fucking everything.
And it's very funny, but that sounds very Donald Glover, especially like his stand-up and like other stuff. Like that was the most Donald Glover thing I've ever heard.
It's super... Well, I thought specifically of the joke where they were all at the strip club and they're like, all right, let's make out. And they all stand up and they all three have
boners.
They all have like huge erections.
And in the same scene, they're getting lap dances and they go, maybe if we pay them, they'll leave us alone.
Them all having giant boners. I laughed so hard at that.
It's like trying not to address it.
Yeah.
They're all just dead staring at each other in the face. They're like, yeah, no, that was good. Yeah.
Getting boners with your buddies. What a fucking... And then, like, the guy who gets, like, what is it? He has, like, his legs, like, tied behind his head.
He's getting some weird sex act done to him.
It's like a milk.
Yeah, and because they meet him later, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy that likes milk up his butt."
Yeah.
And he throws up the milk, and it's from his fridge.
Listen, if it's a crime to like milk up your butt, lock me up and throw away.
Let me tell you, like, let's go all in. Let's heat that shit up. But I don't know. It's hard to even like talk about this movie super in depth because it's just very funny.
It's very straightforward. It is not amazing, and it's very. I don't know if ugly is the right word, but maybe ugly to look at. I don't think it looks very good.
It's not a good-looking movie.
No, it's definitely.
But you know what's crazy?
2009? Yeah,
yeah. You know what's crazy? They shot this on a red.
Really?
Yeah.
That might contribute to it, to being like having weird shots, because a red is like really, unless you have a budget, it's hard to move around.
It's like one of the nicest cameras like you can buy. Like it's used on like huge budget movies.
But it's also very bulky.
Huge. You shot with a red once, didn't you?
I have.
Yeah.
And
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a very professional camera.
Okay.
Their whole thing is that they're like, we have the highest resolution.
You can shoot in like crazy high resolution. Can you like edit in software or something?
Oh my god, yeah! It shoots every single ISO at once.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shit data.
So you can just like change like the exposure of everything. Like it just like is so good. But the file sizes are massive, obviously.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to edit it. It's very bulky, but it's fun to work with. But that's like, why would they do that for this movie? That's so funny. That almost kind of explains like how still the camera has to be for most of it.
That's a good point.
They do the little thing where like the camera's in one spot and they all just sort of run up to it to do their little huddle.
I will say something weird about this movie. It premiered at Sundance, which by itself is weird, but also
what?
The people at Pixar formed a private screening for the staff of this movie.
What?
That's what I read on the Wikipedia earlier. So I don't know. But
Jeez, don't reveal your sources.
Wait, I'll go to the source. I'll go back there. Box Office Mojo. Oh, okay. It's from IMDb, so you know it's accurate.
Oh yeah.
We're in the trivia for Master Disguise, so you know it's legit.
That's true. Oh god, I forgot we were.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
No, that's good. That's advertisement right there.
At work the other day, someone made a Master Disguise reference, and I had to pretend like I didn't know.
Act like it was totally normal to hear that.
I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie.
The other day,
oh yeah,
my one of my dad's friends' daughters asked like where she could find the podcast.
Oh no!
She had her dad text my dad, who texted me. And like she's an adult, like she's in her 20s, but I was like, I don't know if she'll like it.
No one would like this podcast. Anyone who pretends to like this podcast is lying to themselves.
People listen
definitely
to
not the Michael episodes.
The Michael episodes. There's one episode I wasn't on.
Oh, what are you talking about? Michael was there that episode.
Yeah, no, I meant like this one where he chose what to watch and he runs it.
Hey, okay. Hey, Elijah, this is random. Can you tell me the password to our Gmail? By tell me, I mean actually, wait, just message me. Sorry.
This guy's crushing
I don't know
it.
if I remember it.
Oh, honestly. Brother. You had to change it recently, I thought.
Oh, yeah, it's the
bleep
thing, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, can you cut that?
Yeah.
I got it.
Nah, leave it in.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yes,
I will say I use that password for a lot of things, so I would really rather that not.
No, I'll keep it. Everyone doxed and hacked Michael.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sick if Michael got doxed.
What do we put in place of that little password? Do we want to say something?
I'll just do a bleep. I don't fucking.
Why? That bleeps are gay. Just put bleep.
Okay.
Do that.
I will take Dave's little bleep.
Perfect. Thank you.
I hate him so fucking much.
I'm going through the IMDb right now
with Kanye West saying black people.
Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck is going? We can turn it back on here. What the fuck is going on? What is going on with Kanye, dude? Jesus Christ.
Bro needs more or less meds. I'm not
like I just bought his new shirt, but like other than that, like
his new shirt is just a swastika.
It's literally just like what the
Jesus
fuck?
Fucking Christ!
Hey, his shop got taken down. Shopify or whatever took it down.
Good.
It's
that's it. I'm going back to watching Jesus videos. You guys are killing me with this
we're too sinful. I love that he showed up at the Grammys uninvited and with a naked wife.
That was wild.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh my god, I love him. What a fucking loser. He's such a loser.
Kanye West's X account deactivated after he declared, "I'm a Nazi."
Damn.
Didn't he do like nitrous or something and it like fucked him up?
He does, yeah, like apparently... This is like according to like third party sources, he is addicted to nitrous and it's fucking up his brain.
That would make more sense.
And on top of being like severely bipolar, like
on top of every other fucking problem, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Mystery Team doesn't have that problem. It's very anti-Nazi, I would say.
Yeah, I'm
not
going
really
to the IMDb right now.
That's true. That's true. This movie's a little problematic. It doesn't say "fuck Nazis."
Yeah, there's.
I'm not surprised you chose it.
It's pro-labor worker though.
Yeah,
pro-labor worker, unannounced on Nazism.
Yeah. We'll get back to you guys.
Pro-unions, so far, hasn't said anything about Nazis. We'll let you know if
we're in contact.
Mystery Team comes out.
Wait, is it pro-union?
I would say so, right? I mean, the bad guy is the anti-union guy, right?
And what happens to people who are pro-union in this movie?
They die.
No. Oh, no.
So you picked a Nazi-neutral, anti-union movie for us all to watch.
Nazi-neutral.
I mean, if there's one thing I would use to describe myself politically, it's that sentence.
Let's not bleep that out. Let's put that at the beginning and end of the episode.
Right.
Yeah, let's put that in place of the one thing that I wanted to bleep.
The one thing you wanted to bleep? What do you mean? All right. Yeah, everything's always about you. Oh, my God.
Okay. Are you done talking about your stupid little movie?
No. I will talk about my history with this movie a little bit. Eli and I met kind of when I was in middle school, but mostly in high school when we worked together. And I was 15 and he was fucking 18 or something, pedophilic. And
Chuck E. Cheese.
After we would make sweet love to each other, he would recommend movies to me. And and I will say this, I don't know if I've ever told Eli this. Eli is responsible for my love of movies today.
Aww.
He told me to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey, and that made me realize how fucking good movies could be. And one of these movies he suggested after our anal sessions was Mystery Team, and it was fucking amazing. Why you gotta
be so gross?
What? You don't want me to be accurate?
No,
2001: A Space
Odyssey
Mystery Team on the same level. Got it.
Yeah, no, it's similar. Yeah, for sure.
I love 2001.
It's so fucking good, dude. Yeah, dude. Everything that happened in that year was good.
A lot of stuff.
2001, great time.
Yeah.
Especially...
Hey, WrestleMania 17 was 2001. It was a good year.
Well, yeah, and then like everything in the later parts of the year were really good too.
Survivor Series.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That was what, season 2 of Survivor? Season 4? No, season 3 and 4 it would have been of Survivor.
Oh, God. We're not talking about the show Survivor.
We're talking about wrestling. Manly man stuff.
No, we're talking about Survivor, dude. dude. We're talking about that was season 4 of Survivor was the first appearance of it's classic Boston Rob, you know. So
Jack and Daxter dropped that year.
Jack and Daxter, wasn't there a Metal Gear out that year?
Yeah.
There was also Devil May Cry.
Devil May 1? Oh my god!
Is that when those guys threw their gimmicks into our towers?
Yeah. Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2, Pro Skater 2. Holy shit, dude! All right,
Bit of a year.
So last year there was a moment where the Vince McMahon documentary came out, and I realized that wrestling people talk about real life politics with wrestling terms. And they're like, oh man, the U.S. had some real heat with Iran. And I thought it was so funny, and I brought this up, and then Alan started throwing out talking about historical moments in wrestling terms, and he said like all those heels threw their gimmicks at our towers in 2001.
No, is that Al Qaeda got heat after throwing their gimmicks into our towers?
I got that
Never
text
forgetty.
message and laughed for like 5 straight minutes. That's the best. That's the best thing that anyone has ever said on planet Earth.
But yeah, that's my history
I'd like
with
to
the
thank
movie.
9/11 for this victory.
Yeah, thank you 9/11.
Thanks, 9/11.
Do you guys think? Does anyone know?
I do.
Guess rather.
I think it was inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone know if
No, but
Donald
they're
Glover
trying to hide the truth, and we'll find it.
Are we done?
Michael's
Are you
just
clicking?
angrily typing a
Are you
message.
typing loose change?
Okay. Does anyone know if Donald Glover still does anything with the Dare Comedy people?
Not that I know of.
No, I have no idea.
That's sad. I'd be resentful. Bring him. They should be on Atlanta. They would fit right in.
Atlanta.
I know at least one of them was on Community.
Oh yeah, they were.
DC Pearson.
Yeah.
So you know he
Strongest
tried. He
boy in
tried to
town.
get his buddies up there with him.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for it. I would definitely recommend this movie. Would you guys recommend it?
Oh yeah,
100%.
super fun.
It's not like I would. It's definitely watch it when you're stoned or in the middle of the night or something. It's definitely one of those kind of movies.
It's got a little bit. It's a pretty dumb comedy, and I mean that positively. But it's definitely got more than most of those have.
Yes, 100%, 100%. But
It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel or anything. It just has a fun time.
There's things that don't even make sense when the guy has his hand covered in stripper shit. And
Oh my god, yeah.
and then
the pee thing.
and then he's like, why do you smell like pee? He's like, oh, I let a dog pee all over my hand because pee is sterile. And
no. And then he goes because a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth, and so by the transitive property, dog's pee is cleaner than humans' pee, and that makes no fucking sense.
But also, how do they not know that? They've been with him the whole time. Why are they asking him questions? It just doesn't even make sense, but it's funny.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just the continuity isn't important.
It's just
this definitely feels like a YouTuber movie. In not a bad way. It's one of the better ones, but it definitely feels like a YouTuber movie.
A little, yeah.
One of
this
like
is
a
one of the
Smosh
best
movie.
YouTuber movies.
Yes, it's like this and Detective Heart of America are the only ones that don't bother me.
And Kick-Assia.
Shut
Oh
up.
yeah.
And Fred 3. Fred 3.
Yeah, with John Cena.
Don't forget about
John
the
Cena's
Angry
in that
Birds
one?
movie
John
too.
Cena plays Fred's dad.
Oh, and all of them?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Fred's dad, Fred doesn't know who his dad is, so he has these imaginary sequences where he imagines what his dad would be like, and it's just John Cena in his ring gear.
That's awesome.
And, he wears the jorts and the hat and everything. And then he even, does, an STF to Fred at one point.
You guys
Have
want to
we
hear
talked
something?
about John Cena doing a heel turn for the year?
Dude,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Please.
happen.
Please.
I hope so.
God.
I'm hoping that he loses Elimination Chamber, and then weasels his way into WrestleMania.
Another problem I have with this wrestling shit is that it dates the podcast immediately. Okay?
Why?
I feel like everything we talk about can be listened to at any time, but then you guys are talking about fucking modern wrestling like anyone gives a shit.
Okay, we can talk about classic wrestling.
Some people care.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what's good? It was when John Cena was a heel.
Wait, hold on. I do have a wrestling comment. One of my favorite wrestling matches I've ever seen.
I can't listen to these wrestling comments from you. It just dates our podcast.
Wait, what? Your favorite wrestling match you ever seen, Michael?
Thanks,
Which one?
Dave.
I think it's the one where John Cena is trying to, by what's his face, the demon guy. Bray Wyatt is trying to convince him to be evil, and John keeps fighting himself, trying not to be evil.
At WrestleMania 30, yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
It's like the Joker and Batman, and John's like so conflicted. He's like, no, I can't do it.
But he almost does it a couple of times.
He almost gives in, but then he does it and he wins. And honestly, most people think that like Bray should have won that, but it was fun as fuck to watch.
Yeah, but we're done with wrestling if that's okay.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay. Well, I was saying something and you interrupted me with wrestling. Oh my god. Oh, I have something interesting about... We can end on this. I have something interesting about Fred 3. The writer of Fred 3 just made a new movie called Companion that's pretty good and way different than Fred 3.
That movie looks really good.
Fred 3 was a horror movie.
Companion is really good, and then it's one of those movies that has like too many twists and you just get kind of sick of it. You know what I mean?
What are the Fred movies?
You know Fred?
No.
The YouTuber, hey, it's Fred!
No.
You were probably too old.
I think you might be too old for that. But Fred, he was this young man who decided...
I'll send you a video.
It's awful.
Don't watch it.
I don't think I want to watch it based on these pictures.
He up-pitched his voice, and he had a high-pitched voice and he would scream a lot. And it was so popular that he got 3 movies out of it and a TV show.
All of them did terrible. Christ. I put it in the Turtle Club Discord, a video.
Oh, I was wrong, by the way. Fred 2 was the horror one. I'm sorry.
There was a horror movie?
Yeah, Night of the Living Fred.
Oh, yeah. I only know that from working at the DVD store. Yeah. I've had to put that shit away.
It's real bad. But yeah, we can end this episode. We gotta record another one. So I
no. Team. We gotta keep the illusion up, Eli.
Oh,
we record these separately.
Well, I mean, they're gonna know when we're sick in the next one too.
No, I'm better.
No, you just get sick a lot.
John Cena. Oh, who's in Fred 2?
Yeah, that's what he just said, you piece of shit.
Oh, that's the one with the dad.
No,
yes,
in
all of them. I asked that, is he in all of them? And he said yes. You say I don't fucking listen?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't listening. But for the record, I also don't think I accuse you of not listening.
You did earlier this podcast.
I don't think that happened.
Eli listens. You can tell.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking god. And what Sicilian Goomba is that? This is my god, Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Oh, okay. We should end this episode with Alan's movies for next month so people have time to watch them if they want. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good
idea. So... I kind of had a loose theme that I wanted, but I asked my wife's opinion for what movies we should watch next month.
The old ball and chain.
Nope. She's a wonderful woman who lifts me up higher and higher every day.
Nope. Sorry, sir. That's my bad. My bad.
Don't talk about her like that. I don't know what your marriage is like, but mine is...
I'm sorry, sir. I know. I should respect that. You have a good relationship with your wife. I'm envious, if anything.
That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you very much. That's all I've ever wanted to hear. So I let her pick a movie, and I picked one to go along with it. So in the order that I think we'll do them in, the first movie is Slam Dunk Ernest.
Is that your pick or hers?
What the fuck?
Is that your pick or hers?
Well, how about I tell you the two movies and their plots, and you can tell me which one is hers.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Is Slam Dunk Ernest the one with fucking
Jim Varney?
The guy from those. Fuck, what are they called?
The commercials, the Ernest movies.
Ernest, yeah. And about where he gets like god powers or something.
Ernest P. Worrell has no talent at all when it comes to playing basketball, which relegates him to being able to cheer for his team only from the sidelines. Understandably, Ernest feels depressed about never making it onto the court. Then, luckily for him, he meets an angel played by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Who has what he needs to succeed. The angel gives Ernest a pair of magic basketball sneakers and warns him to use them wisely, but Ernest can't help getting carried away.
Wait, what came first? Like Mike stole the plot of Slam Dunk Ernest?
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, that's like identically the plot, but instead of Kareem, it's
some
Michael.
Idiot kid, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So Lil Bow Wow.
That'll be the first movie we watch, and then the second one is a film called American Pastoral.
Okay, all right. Well,
Please give us the plot.
It's Seymour Swede-Lavov is a once legendary high school athlete who is now a successful businessman married to Dawn, a former beauty queen. When his beloved teenage daughter, played by Dakota Fanning, disappears after being accused of committing a violent act, Swede dedicates himself to finding her and reuniting his family. What he discovers shakes him to the core, forcing him to look beneath the surface and confront the chaos that is shaping the world around him.
Ewan McGregor, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to guess what the theme is?
It's gonna be tough.
About it.
The theme is something athletic related.
Basketball.
Nope. It's anyone else got guesses before I say it?
Please say it. I have no idea.
Yeah, these movies are pieces of shit.
Good thing.
Yeah. You guys keep picking good movies to talk about.
What do you mean? What do you want from me? I've been watching shit movies for fucking 3 years now.
Yeah, and guess what? That's called bread and butter, my baby.
Yeah, that's what the people want. Oh my god, this movie you weren't kidding. This is a 24% in Rotten Tomatoes.
It's honestly one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Oh my god, it was pretty big budget, right?
It's dog shit. I can't wait.
Wasn't it like, I don't know what the word is, like I feel like it wasn't a little like Oscar baity, like an idea?
Probably.
Slam Dunk Ernest?
Yeah. Pure Oscar bait.
Right.
So that's going to be next month, but we still have one more of Michael's movies to discuss.
Yeah. So goodbye.
And we will do so on the next episode.
Bye.
Hasta la vista.
Okay, did you pick American Pastoral or Slam Dunk Ernest?
Slam Dunk Ernest.
All right, all you turtos and turtettes. That's the show. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.